Alright, so today let's look at why the derivative of e power x is e power x. So first off, let's start by defining e. Well, e is simply the limit as n approaches infinite of the expression 1 plus 1 over n raised to n. Let's apply this to e power x. So the derivative of e power x is defined as the limit as h approaches 0 of the expression e power x plus h minus e power x divided by h. And from the basic rules of indices, we know that e power x plus h is simply e power x times e power h. So we can simplify this further. The derivative of e power x is the limit as h tends to 0 of the expression e power x times e power h minus e power x divided by h. And if we factor out e power x here, we'll end up getting an expression e power x times e power h minus 1 divided by h, where h tends to 0. And let's see if we can evaluate this expression, this one in the box here. Alright, so we know that e is defined as the limit as n approaches infinite of the expression 1 plus 1 over n raised to n. So now let's make a substitution here. Let's say that let h equal 1 over n. And so if this guy approaches infinite, will this guy approach? Well, if you divide 1 by any really big number, you're getting closer and closer to 0. So we can say that h tends to 0 as n tends to infinite. And so we have e is also defined as the limit as h tends to 0 of the expression 1 plus h raised to 1 over h, because n is 1 over h. And over here, if we raise both sides to the power h, we'll end up getting e power h is the limit as h approaches 0 of 1 plus h. And now if we substitute this expression back in, our original expression was the derivative of e power x is e power x times e power h minus 1 divided by h, where h tends to 0. And we know that the limit e power h is simply h plus 1 when h tends to 0. So we can substitute that over here, and if we do that, we'll get this e power x times h plus 1 minus 1, so this just cancels off, divided by h. And now we can see that both of the h's cancel off as well, and so we're left with a very simple expression that the derivative of e power x is simply e power x.